Assalamu alaikum students, I am Ms. Azma Zahra, your Pakistan Studies teacher. Today we are going to learn SLO 3.2, Second World War and the Subcontinent. In this topic, under this SLO, we will learn about Crisp Mission 1942, Quit India Movement 1942, Gandhi Jinnah Talks 1944, Simla Conference 1945, General Elections 1945-46, and Cabinet Mission 1946. Along with these topics, we will learn about Second World War. So let's start Second World War. Second World War was started in 1939 and it was ended in 1945. It was a global war that lasted from 1939 to 1945. The Second World War was started by Germany when it attacked on Poland. Britain and France declared war on Germany after Hitler had refused to abort his invasion of Poland. The war was fought chiefly between two major alliances, the Axis and the Allies. The Axis were Germany, Italy, Japan, Hungary, Romania, Bulgaria. And the Allies were Australia, Belgium, Britain, China, France, India and Russia. These were the participants of the war. Now what and how it affects the subcontinent? The Government of India Act 1935, building on the Round Table Conferences, Simon Commission and the previous Government of India Act of 1919, required the establishment of an All India Federation which would allow Indians to take a larger share of governance at the highest level. However, deep differences between the princely states and the Congress, as well as between the Muslim League and Congress, has delayed progress. Instead, only the provincial portion of the act was carried out. Following Britain's declaration of war on Germany in September 1939, the Viceroy Lord Linlithgow responded by declaring India a belligerent state on the side of Britain without consulting Indian political leaders or the elected provincial representatives, sharply underlining the failure of progress to self-rule. This caused considerable resentment in the Congress party, producing demands for an immediate transfer of power. The resulting standoff led to the mass resignation of Congress provincial governments, giving rise to the prospect of public revolt and political disorder in India. The All India Muslim League, the Hindu Muhasaba, as well as regional parties gave their support to Britain and the war effort in exchange for various concessions. Okay, what were the Crisp mission and what were the outcomes? The Crisp mission was a failed attempt in late March 1942 by the British government to secure full Indian cooperation and support for their efforts in World War II. The mission was headed by a senior minister, Sir Stafford Crisp. Crisp belonged to the left-wing Labour Party, traditionally sympathetic to Indian self-rule, but was also a member of the coalition war cabinet led by the Prime Minister Winston Churchill, who had long been the leader of the movement to block Indian independence. Crisp was sent to negotiate an agreement with the Nationalist Congress leaders, most of whose leaders represented the majority Hindu population, and Muhammad Ali Jinnah and the Muslim League, who represented the minority Muslim population. Crisp worked to keep India loyal to the British war effort in exchange for a promise of elections and full self-government dominion status once the war was over. Crisp discussed the proposals which he had drafted himself with the Indian leaders and published them. Both the major parties rejected his proposals and they were also unacceptable to Churchill. No middle way was found and the mission failed Congress moved towards a Quit India movement whereby it refused to cooperate in the war effort. In response, the British imprisoned practically the entire Congress leadership for the duration of the war. Jinnah and the Muslims to whom Crisp had offered the right to opt out of a future union supported the war effort and gained its status in British eyes. Jinnah was surprised to see that the right to opt out a future union was undertaken. Now the significance or the outcomes, what were the importance of Crisp Mission 1942? There were three main reasons behind the causes of the failure of Crisp Mission. They were listed as follow. Gandhi's position led the Indian National Congress to reject the British offer. Crisp modification of the original British offer, which provided for no real transfer of power. The behind the scene efforts of the Viceroy and Secretary of State for India to sabotage the mission. Gupta significance of the Crisp Mission really became apparent only in the aftermath of war, as troops were demobilized and sent back home. Even Churchill recognized that there could be no retraction of the offer of independence which Crisp had made. But by the end of the war, Churchill was out of power and could do nothing but watch as the new Labour government gave India independence. This confidence that the British would soon leave was reflected in the readiness with which Congress politicians stood in the election of 1945 till 46 and formed provincial governments. In the next topic, we will inshallah learn about Quit India movement.